I've been joined by Lisa Carter-Jones, who is the president and CEO of the Captain Planet Foundation, along with Robin Okunowo, who is program coordinator. I didn't be sure that, did I? Yeah, okay. And Timothy Kakari, Ghana lead, and he's family. He's part of us already, so that's not too difficult. You guys, you're welcome. You're welcome to YFM.
Thank you.
Yeah, with the exception of Tim has to welcome you guys here. Not the other way around.
Very welcoming.
Yeah,
Very welcoming.
yeah. So I'm gonna start off with the question that's in everybody's mind right now. That why did we have to play Captain Planet? And why do you have a foundation called Captain Planet Foundation? Because for us, it's just a TV show. The same way you probably think of Scooby-Doo or Tom and Jerry. That's what Captain Planet is to us. So what is the link between the Captain Planet Foundation and the TV show that we know of?
Sure. So really awesome to be here. Thank you so much. So Captain Planet Foundation is the real life offshoot of the principles and the ideas that were in the show itself. And so for 32 years now, we have been empowering and engaging young people to be problem solvers for the planet. And we do that with grant programs. We do that with operating programs like school gardens. We do that with trainings to help young people stand up and implement campaigns that will improve environment in their community based on the problems and the ideas that they have about how they want to see that improved. Okay. And Tim is on our board, and he had one of the very first Planeteer clubs ever here in Accra. And so we are excited. It's our first time here. But we're actually in Africa because we're going to be doing a training in Lagos and also in Nairobi with a bunch of young people.
I have a question that a lot of people are probably wondering about. Which one came first, the show or the foundation?
The show.
The show came.
Yes.
So the show inspired the foundation.
Yes. Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
The young people's response to the show inspired the foundation. Yes.
Okay, weird question. Do you think if the show came up in 2023, it would spark that same kind of movement?
We were having this conversation today.
Okay.
Especially because if you watch the show, and for those of you who haven't watched the show, a lot of the themes and the episodes, the environmental issues that come up in those episodes, they're still very much relevant to this day. So I do think it would have that impact and that sort of resonate with any young person who's watching cartoons to this day, because everyone's still, Saturday morning cartoons is still something you're gonna do before school, after school. But to have one that is really, one, diverse and representative of every single person who would ever watch the cartoon, but two, be very relevant about climate and environmental issues that every single person is affected by, I think it would still resonate with anyone who watches it. Even if you watch the old episodes now, I still think it holds up.
And one of the things that made it very easy for most of us to relate to the show was the fact that there was one character that's called Kwame, and the half friend's called Kwame, and then he's black like me, because all the other characters are from different places, and he also represented the earth. Since the foundation was inspired by the show, was there a deliberate thing?
Yes. Yes, so the executive producer of the show is named Barbara Pyle. And Barbara had worked for Turner Environment for a number of years. She had been involved with the UN. And so all the characters in the show are based on real life people that she met or was inspired by in her travels. And so from what she's told me, Kwame's character was based on President Kwame. So.
Kwame Nkrumah.
Oh, Kwame Nkrumah. Oh, interesting.
That's the character. Each time there was a problem, Kwame would try and inspire them and tell them to stay focused. Let's stay to the course. So those are some of the traits of our first president.
But now that I think about it, probably the animation of our president there would probably not fit very well. But the character was.
Our president was bold.
but it's all good. Tim, let me ask you, how excited are you? Because we're here with you, so for me, I'm excited. I didn't know most of these things till right now. And then you are the team lead for Ghana, so I want to know how excited you are and what the plans are for Ghana.
So actually, this is a rebirth, right? Because 2010, 2011, we actually launched the Ghana Planeteers here on YFM.
Okay.
Years ago at Silverbird Cinemas. We just had an announcement on YFM just like this, and the GMA phone that time, because our founding organization, our founding father was, our patron was Ambassador Boateng, the founder of Global Media Alliance.
Right.
He actually led its introduction to Ghana, because before starting Global Media, he had worked for CNN for a long. I mean, he was Turner Broadcasting lead in Africa for so many years before he started GMA. And Captain Planet Foundation was the concept was from the founder of CNN, Ted Turner, and created by Barbara Powell.
Right.
So his boss was Ted Turner, founder of CNN, and should I say his colleague or at work was Barbara
I've
Powell.
seen those names on the screens for so long.
Yes,
It's weird that we're talking about them right now.
I mean, Ted Turner is the founder of CNN. He started the Turner Broadcasting Corporation. So Edward Ambassador Boateng brought it to Ghana, and then we were young people at GMA. So we picked it up, and then we started. It was just an announcement like this on there, and the next day our phones at the research was just buzzing. How do I become a member? How do I become a member? So then young people, we gathered everybody, we started having meetings, and the next year we actually hosted the board chair, Laura Turner, daughter of Ted Turner, and Barbara Powell, the producer and the creator of the cartoon, was in Ghana for I think 1 week. So we had a lot of activities, inspired young people, and then we started off with an environmental campaign with a group. We set up clubs and it was active. However, what happened was that because it's a voluntary organization, a lot of us, like myself, Tracy, we all moved on. In terms of, not moved on from believing in the environment, but because of work, employment, full-time work, we didn't have enough time to commit to that. And as we grew along, families came in, we couldn't dedicate time. So the next phase for us is to develop the new planeteers and earth them, give them the resources, the capacity to be able to take this to the next level. So we still have our Facebook page, we're still active, but it's not as loud as we were about 9 or 10 years ago. And so this is the time to, kick it back. And with Robin and now support from the foundation from US, they are using more digital tools to reach a lot of people, so that doesn't require heavy resources and physical meetings, but you're using
you literally answered my next question, but I still need extra information on that, because the show existed then, so it's easier for people to relate. The show does not exist the same way. I mean, you'd have to go to YouTube and probably search for it and get episodes to watch, but we are not sticking to that one TV station at one particular time where everybody sits behind the TV to watch it. So in terms of impact, obviously digital push would have to come in. What exactly is the plan, if you could share with us, Robin?
Yeah, so we are consuming media in different ways. Like we're scrolling, we're watching videos that are not longer than 3 minutes, right? So it's not really about sitting down and watching the cartoon to get you motivated. A lot of, I'll just say Gen Z, because that's really who this revamp is targeting, they already are passionate about environmental issues. Like you grow up and you see it because it's just like a part of your reality, right? So now what we're doing is taking that sort of like intrinsic feeling that a lot of Gen Z has about the environment, and we are banking on them as leaders in their communities to take on their Planeteer Club. So whereas Timothy and Tracy and a lot of the sort of Ghanaian Planeteers banded together and they were in this one place and they were bringing people together, now we're using the digital spread to allow Planeteers to spread also. So anyone who is already excited about anything in the earth element. So the earth element now for Planeteer Alliance is all about food and soil, forests, anything that comes out of the ground. So let's say someone wants to plant a garden or do something with composting. They would find us either on social media. We are at Planeteer HQ, which is our new, the new program's handle. Or they find us on Facebook, Planeteer Alliance, and they would see a way that they could become an official Planeteer on our online site. And then once they join our site, they then meet all the other Planeteers who are interested in the earth element, or all the other Planeteers who live in Ghana, or Planeteers in their own community. So we are making that shift to the digital age that we live in by doing lots of things through social media and online, but primarily just investing in young people who come to us with the passion, and then let them spread that passion in their community. So it starts with one person, but that one person can affect 10 people, and then those 10 people affect 10 people, and the next thing you know, there's 10,000 people who are having an environmental movement in their community.
And
So we did, with the new program that we launched, Planeteer Alliance, we kind of revamped the elements to make them more specific to environmental problems of today.
Right.
So the fire element is actually about fossil fuels, ending fossil fuels and using clean and renewable energy sources.
Okay.
Water is still about water, lakes, rivers, oceans, everything like that. And then wind is actually about circular economy. So recycling plastic, everything we saw. We went to an organization called Trashy Bags today, where they take all the water sachets that people use and they recycle them into bags, into book bags, into
those are
that
so
kind
cool.
of
Every time.
yes.
Yeah.
So circular economy, ending single-use plastics. That's the wind. Earth is food, soil, and forest. And then the heart one, which I think is what makes it makes us very special, right?
Yeah.
Heart is all about equity and justice. By leading with empathy and hope, we can really have a just transition into solving climate change. And so the heart one, I think, is what makes us different from other environmental organizations, because we have that added piece of heart in it.
Right. So this is where it gets a little tricky, right? You have the platforms, there's a website, obviously, right? So if someone signs up, what happens?
So you sign up, you go to planeteeralliance.com, you apply to be a Planeteer. Planeteers are between 10 and 23.
Okay.
So in that sort of age of school time,
Right.
you apply to join to be a Planeteer. Once you get onto our platform,
So about 18.
Yes, yeah. So the 18 to 22, 23-year-olds, they serve as, moderators in a way, just because they're older.
Yeah.
But once you're on, and once you become a Planeteer, you join our website, or you join the online platform called Planeteer HQ.
Okay.
And this is like an activist Facebook. So it's only Planeteers on the platform.
Okay.
And what that gives you access to is an online boot camp. So the boot camp takes you through how to do environmental activism, how to put together a campaign, who do you email or who do you talk to if you want to get something through, or if you have a topic that you're passionate about, how do you address it?
Yeah.
And then it has a platform for you to actually post any campaign that you're already working on. So let's say, just for example, if we had someone from Trashy Bags join, then they could post Trashy Bags Africa. Here's what we're doing. Here's how you as Planeteers in the United States or in Canada or Mexico can support me from where you are. Here's what kind of help we need. If you are someone who may not be good at writing policy, but if you're good at doing graphic design, right? You can find someone who is good at graphic design on the platform. So it really is a huge online network.
Like a community that you can check on.
Yeah.
But in Ghana, we, as much as we're very active online, we so are we having a party? Are we hanging out? What's happening?
And that's what Timothy was saying, that we need events. We need parties.
We had huge events.
Don't
we had our
worry.
pizza parties at Eddie's Pizza. Then every Friday we had our pizza parties.
Okay.
We had our movie sessions together.
Okay.
So there were a lot of benefits with
Yeah.
Planeteer because of GME and our affiliation with YFM. So you could get access to discounted cinema tickets, and we had movie nights where we sponsored. And then we had the pizza nights, and then it is amazing, and it's just going to be better. So, like you said, the events are
very important.
We have Planeteer Alliance sponsored events. We do element meetups. So you have a meeting around one specific element.
Okay.
And then we have element summits, which are like element meetups but bigger. So they're usually 1 to 2 days. They're a little bit longer. You bring in outside speakers. But then as Planeteers, you have the right to host any kind of event you want. So if you want to do a cleanup and then do a pizza party afterwards, if you want to do like a little, dinner late night situation, whatever you want to get into, that's up to you. But we definitely encourage gathering, because that's where you feel your community is, when you all get together. And I understand wanting to have a little situation afterwards. So.
Yeah, that's dope. Let me come back to you. So in trying to wrap up the whole idea of it, because we're running out of time, what is that that big message you would want to share to anybody that's listening to us right now concerning the Captain Planet Foundation and everything you're doing?
Yeah, so our entire work is to engage and empower young people to be problem solvers for the planet. So any young person who joins the Planeteer Alliance, we want them to stand up campaigns. We have grants that are available to help support the implementation of that. We have lots of mentorship and leadership. We have people like Robin and other team members at the foundation who are able to help young people navigate setting up a large event like what we're talking about. If they do a summit, they get stipend, they get leadership stipends, they have access to a lot of resources. And so for us, it's really about inviting people to come on board to really bring that collaborative spirit, and let's get some stuff done.
Okay. Now, it just occurred to me that when Tim was speaking, he sort of explained how the whole Planeteer thing started here. And it's got me interested in how you got to be a part of it. I would love for everybody to share their ideas before we wrap up. So how did you become a part of the foundation?
The foundation?
Yeah.
I was working for a different organization doing work in schools around the state of Georgia, and that organization also did a lot of other green building work in commercial real estate and private sector real estate. And I was much more interested in what was happening for the schools and the school children. I could just see them lighting up. I come from a family of educators. So the opportunity to come and work full time for an organization that was just supporting kids and their work in the environmental space, I was like, yes, that's me all day long. So I joined back in 2012, and that's where I came from.
Okay. Robin?
So me personally, I didn't watch Captain Planet growing up, but I did grow up in Georgia where they did a lot of events at schools and at other sort of like environmental nature centers. So I did some of that as a kid, but really I connected with the foundation in 2019. I was an intern when I was still in college. And then I came on right after I graduated college. I came on full time, so I've been there since 2021.
Okay, that's awesome. And what would you like to tell everybody listening right now?
I would like to tell everybody listening that no matter how small or how big a problem in your community might seem, there is a way to tackle it because you're not alone. So you should join Planeteer Alliance. Just go to planeteeralliance.com and apply to join, and then the possibilities are absolutely endless once you sign up and join the network.
Awesome. Tim, wrap it up for us.
Yeah, thanks. So to my local folks, to my Ghanaians out there listening to us, if you want to join the Planeteer Alliance and also join the Ghana Planeteer movement, just go on WhatsApp 020-022-22098.
Okay.
020-222-098. Please don't call. Just drop a WhatsApp message and we'll get back to you, and we can help you transition you to get onto the website and also get the benefits from Ghana. And just to also share this, if I just cast my mind back and look at those of us who started Captain Planet, Planeteer movement in Ghana, I'm just trying to figure out where everybody is. I mean, 10 years down the line, I'm director of Global Media Alliance here. In fact, it seems I'm the local person. Tracy, I don't know if you know the current marketing manager of Samsung West Africa and Samsung Ghana, Tracy Che.
No, I'm not sure.
Okay. I mean, she was our wind. So I was Captain Planet, she was our wind. So our executive body, we created in such a way that everybody had a function. All of us, almost everyone is doing good, doing big things outside Captain Planet, and we started this as young people.
And funny enough, I feel like almost everything and everybody you've spoken about is actually still in a space where they can help.
Yes.
And that's amazing.
Yes, we have Kwao is the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Esau is Akolebu. So all of us are now in a position where we want to reach out and help the young ones coming up with our resources, with our time, with our experience, and help them, because we may not have the time now, but we have the resources and connections to make sure we get these people out there. And for us in Ghana, like you said, we like the physical engagement. So once you join the Planeteer Alliance and you join us, we'll also help you out. You know, there are a lot of people who have time, so we'll actually help you and guide you through. What we did actually beyond the environment was even career guidance. We had Ambassador Boateng coming in every quarter speaking to us about career internships. A lot of them actually did internships at GMA. So the GMA events guys, Justice, a lot of them actually got internship and national service and work opportunities at Global Media Alliance. In fact, that's one thing I didn't add. That's not to say I'm promising jobs, no. But I'm just talking about opportunities available. Opportunities available.
But it's amazing. It's amazing having you guys. I think for a lot of us, the nostalgia of the show. As kids, some of us got it to an extent, but the more you grow, the more it makes more sense to you. How important it was that we watched it, how it shaped some of our behaviors. So if you're out there and you mess with it, make sure to sign up And let's all come together and help our environment, because it's not everything, to be honest, it's not everything you can put on the government. Sometimes we just have to also do our part as well. So thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you so much, Robin and Tim.
The number in the website again, please.
Yeah, drop it, please.
I'm radio, so
planeteeralliance.com.
Okay.
02022222098 WhatsApp.
Okay, that's what's up. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to play the song one more time. Let's go.